live on every platform for you right now. You can actually find us on YouTube, Locals, Twitch, Rumble. We are a full-blown takeover. My dog Tez, take it over for me real quick because I'm about to go check our sound.
Yes, sir. As you see, we are back at it live in the motherfucking studio, about to bring it to you guys on a whole nother fucking level. See, we've never done before. So stay tuned, stay locked in, stay tapped in. It's highdemand_Tez on all social medias. It's 5-star fucking live stream. Let's get it. We're here to save you imps. Yeah. Said we can't say shit on fucking these platforms on Twitter and shit, so we're calling them imps. And you know who I'm talking about, you suckers. Sucker imps. That's who you are. So we're here to save you guys from these fucking, we're calling them 304s. Yes. So you don't get used and abused and kicked to the fucking curb like a broad. So we're here to save you, man. Because the world we live in today, it's fucking crazy, man. It's insane. Shit is backwards. But that's why you got 5-star with Chris and Tez. About to bring it to you like we haven't before.
Yeah, for some reason it looks like the episode is on YouTube, but it's not. Okay, now it's live. It's live now. Okay.
But that's why you got.
Now we're on YouTube. All right, good stuff. So we're live on YouTube, live on Rumble. It looks like we're about to be live on Twitch. I'm gonna run over there and do our quick little sound thing. We are live on Twitch. It's looking good everywhere, my dog. All right, so I'm gonna go check over there real quick.
Let's get it. We are fucking live back at it. We are fucking live like it's NBA fucking 2K back in the day, NBA Live, but it's 5-star. Fuck that 2K shit. We're here to help save you fucking imps from these 304s so you don't get used and abused like a fucking broad. So let's get it, man. We live in the fucking studio, bringing it to you. Not only live, but just raw and just cut. No fucking edits. You hear me? You getting it from the gutter. This is real shit. So we on IG, highdemand_Tez. But we just adding value. Don't even fucking follow me. Just get the value and take something from it. So you learn and just get better. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. And I do want to make something very clear to you guys. When you see me operating the computer, I am literally operating the stream. I'm just making sure that me and Tez are putting on a good quality show for you guys. Please don't ever be confused. I'm not reading anything off the screen. It's just going live on here. Me and him are having like a full-blown fluid conversation. So just, making that clear if you got confused. I don't want to see anyone in the comments thinking like, oh, he's reading off. No, there's no reading here, bro.
Just tell the people we have this all scripted. We're running from the script.
Yo, it's all scripted.
Every move that we make, this is planned. We sat down for hours before, like days, just fucking how we're gonna just make every move perfect.
Yeah.
Just let's just let it, like, there you go. You got us. Okay, we're caught. No.
We were caught. Everything is scripted. It's all a lie.
That's funny as shit. Wow.
But hey, man, you wouldn't be wrong to identify that the world is a stage. Trust me, I keep up with the news. I keep up with the political outfield. I keep up what's going on. But we kind of keep that for a whole different side of the internet and just kind of concentrate on making sure that you guys are out here ignoring that stuff, moving forward with your life so you could get into the realm, into the world of dating and kind of move forward with your life so you can concentrate on what you're building, which is more important than all of it. What you do trumps everything that you see going on in the real world. So, I was talking to somebody today, and that person that I was talking to is literally taking up counseling another person that sees the world from such a negative point of view that girl has lost who she believes that she is in the world, and she's so brainwashed by the propaganda, she literally can't deal with reality right now. She's like lost as to who she is because she lives in the UK, and because like how they perceive the world through brainwashing and propaganda is dealing with no self-identity, no real way to maneuver dating, always looking at the negative side of things, because in one realm, that's what the propaganda wants, that's what the lies want, that's what the news wants, that's what the bad society wants, and she's a full-blown victim of it.
Do I know this girl?
No.
How old is this girl?
I think she's also in her 30s, around 33, 34, if I had to guess.
That explains it. You come to the realization when you're in your 30s or 40s, when she's fucking 18, it doesn't fucking matter. Now it's like, oh shit, you start to really fucking see the decisions that you made, they're actually having repercussions. So it makes sense. You fucking just happen to come to the realization in your 30s. Because fucking, what do they say? Guys aren't buying you drinks at the bar anymore. Then you're like, what the fuck is going on? What's happening?
Yeah, a woman starts realizing the dating game when she stops receiving attention.
Yeah.
So, that actually reminds me of an example that Andrew Tate gave not too long ago, right? Must have been like a year or two ago. He says, dude, I'm off the coast of Transnistria, and I'm out here sailing on my yacht, having a great time. I'm out here with the women. I'm out here having fun. I'm with my peoples. And then one of his military dudes calls him up like 2 weeks or a month later or something like that, off the same coast, and his personal outlook into the world was like, yo, Andrew, it's a war out here. It's horrible. It's terrifying. I don't know how we're surviving. And Andrew's like talking to him like, bruv, I was just there. What the fuck are you talking about? Because that guy, Andrew was able to identify, has so much propaganda and so much brainwashing in his head that the perceptive outlook is just a whole different outcome based on how you perceive the world. And that in large is going to tie into what we're talking about today. You probably see the title of the video at the moment called How to Identify a 304. We are on Twitch as well. So you guys know what we're saying. Hopefully you understand what we're saying. And we, using like what's recently been going on here with our new move to the studio, we want to give you guys the game on how to identify a 304, because we don't want you giving all your time, effort, attention, energy, resources, or potential fun to a candidate who is completely less than worthy of your time. I actually have an example of that, but my dog Tez, what do you think about like dudes picking up 304s out here in the city?
Yeah, I want to touch on first when you were talking about like Andrew Tate and the dude living two different realities. Like, it comes back, it makes me think like, one thing I was told growing up, a good fucking lesson or just piece of advice I was told is just like, the strongest thing you can have is your mind. And like, your mind really creates your reality, and that determines on how you see the world. And we all know this, but a lot of people just, they're not aware of like how fucking strong your mind is, and how like the way you perceive shit is determined like how good your life is going to be. So I just want to give that to the people. Like, the strongest thing you have is your mind.
100%, dude. If your mind is under attack, you guys got to understand, like in my walk of life, I look at everything, like as someone who's been in the marketing world, everything is either an attack on your mind for evil, or it's an enlightenment for your mind to add value to who you are. Me and Tez, per this show, happen to be on the side of light. We're here to do good. We're here to give you guys value. We want to use our life experiences to put you in a better place, in a better position for dating. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need as a tool in your belt to make sure that you're good to go out there in the world, but the world is going to lie to you. Now, an attack on your mind is a lot more close or akin to an attack from the devil. Man was created in the image of God, and your mind is created from God. And if your mind is being attacked, it's always for evil. It always is evil coming from below. It's never to enlighten you coming from a higher place. And we find that happening in every institution. It happens in corporate jobs. It happens in bad families or broken families. It happens in dating. A lot. It happens in dating a lot. Some of the best men get taken down by women on the regular. And I mean, unless you're hiding under a rock, there's so many examples of that. But come to believe it, even if you've been watching YouTube for the last couple of years, even if you've been watching TikTok for the last couple of years, me and Tez often do run into people that have no idea how to interpret the world of dating, because they put women on a pedestal and live in a world of rosy colored glasses, and they think everything is sugar spice and everything nice. And with that perception of the world, they are losing the battlefield that is dating in the modern day of 2025.
1,000%. Yeah, no, it's 1,000%. Yeah. And shout out to my mom. She gave me that advice too about the mind. So shout out to her. But yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, people, they just don't fucking get it about dating and shit. It's like, you really have to just come to a realization with yourself and understand your reality, the reflection that you get from other people. That should tell you where you are in life and what you need to work on. If people are constantly disrespecting you or like laughing at you, not taking you serious, if women are not taking you serious, they're constantly putting you in the friend zone, that's a sign that something needs to change. So at some point, you have to look in the mirror and say, I'm not getting this right. There's something wrong that I'm not getting. There's something wrong about me that I'm not getting. And the moment you do that and you really start to fucking dissect and sit down and come up with a plan to help yourself improve and get better, that's the sooner you're going to fucking start growing and getting to where you want to be. Because a lot of people, they're just not aware. Like, they know that fucking they're not getting what they want, but they're not aware of what they need to do to change. It's like they're fucking blind, just walking through life, like not knowing what the fuck is really going on. They're living in the Matrix, bro. People are like, everyone, we've all heard it. Andrew Tate said, the Matrix, but people are living in the fucking Matrix, and they don't even fucking realize. They're just going through life, not even thinking about this shit. It's like kind of just going with the wind. Time's passing, and it's just happening. No one really knows. Like, they don't have an answer to it. It's just happening to them. So you gotta like be aware. Are you one of those people? Are you one of those motherfuckers who are just, life's just happening to you? You don't know how to fix it. You don't know where you're going wrong. You don't know who to turn to. You just don't fucking know. That's because you haven't sat down and taken the time to really dissect your fucking brain and come up with who the fuck you are and who you want to be. Because the moment you do that, then you're going to start to actually grow and just be real with yourself. Like, the moment you're real as fuck with yourself, and you're going to start to notice things that fucking you weren't even aware of. You might know things that you didn't even know you were doing, but like, you didn't know those were your intentions. But when you sit down and dissect your fucking every move, you're like, oh shit, like, you start to really fucking know where you're going wrong and what you can do. And that's how you get better.
100%. You need that self-accountability. And shout out to Vicky. I just ran into her about 2 days ago in Miami, and she was actually talking about her own self-accountability when she was in a dating scenario. So we'll touch on that in a second, but going back to what Dantes was just saying about The Matrix, I've watched that movie. I want you guys to parallel stay locked into this episode, because I want you to literally get the value that we're trying to give you on how to keep your eyes open and parallel the Matrix that you're living in when it comes to dating. And like, listen to this, right? Morpheus, he knows that Neo needs to be pulled out of the Matrix. Neo is literally plugged into the computer system that is the Matrix. So Morpheus, who's captain of the Nebuchadnezzar ship, pulls Neo out of the ship. Neo, he's now unplugged from the computer. Then the little wire comes out of the back of his brain. He's in the real world now, just like you when you're dating. He's in the real world now. And he's plugged up to his vitals, and Morpheus is standing next to him. And when Neo's starting to come to consciousness, and like his heart rate and all that is like beep, beep, and the vitals and all that, he starts to open his eyes a little bit. And he looks at Morpheus and he says, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And Morpheus looks at him and says, "Because you never used them before." Now that moment is significant because a lot of you guys don't have your eyes open to the nature of females. You don't have your eyes open to the nature of women. You don't have an understanding of how they perceive you, what they're saying to you, how they're speaking to you in the front end of what you're dealing with, as if you were to speak to them as a logical being like a man. And when you start treating girls like bros, which we see this happen all the time on YouTube. Sometimes we watch the dating videos where you guys are going like behind curtains. Shout out to us, where we have something cool coming for you guys soon. But we see that there's so many men, even on those shows that are current shows with the current dating field that has been laid out for you to win, and they're still losing because they don't know the dynamics of how females are going to speak to you and how they're going to treat you. And if you don't come armed with the ability to identify the person that you're talking to in front of you, you do run the risk of losing all that you're worth in the field of dating, because you don't know how to identify women that are for evil, or how to identify the women that you are hardwired to truly think and treat as if they are purely good.
1000%. And you fucking don't understand that men and women are different. You're operating, because men, we know we're logical as fuck. We're logical, way more logical than women. You think, if I identify like her, if her favorite color is red, my favorite color is red, if fucking she's an Aquarius and I'm an Aquarius, it's like you're finding everything in common with her because you think that's going to get you sex, which logically it makes sense. But women are the only thing that logically just doesn't make any sense. So it's like you need to start operating from the frame of, I am a man, you are a woman, and the dialogue between you guys becomes different, to where you start doing subtle things that it lets her know that you are a fucking man. I'm not falling into her frame, and she knows deep down that when you fucking try to identify with her every move or her every trait that she has, whatever she likes, you like. She's like, this little fucking bitch, she's just doing all this to fuck me, and I know it. And she's losing respect for you. So you need to fucking understand that we're different, operate from the frame as a man, and you're dealing with the woman, and she's going to respect you for that. And yeah, because a lot of guys are fucking being logical, like, whatever she likes, I like. You like fucking chocolate ice cream? I like fucking chocolate ice cream. Knowing damn well you fucking hate that shit deep down. And she can sense it on you. She could just smell it that you're a little fucking bitch that is just doing whatever you fucking can to get pussy. So, yeah. And now back to the fucking Matrix real quick, because I want to touch on that, because I was thinking about
Let's
this.
go.
It's like, he was like, you know, you just know something. I think fucking Morpheus said this to Neo, like, you know, something's just off, or like, you know how you just know that something is just not right, or you've been going through your whole life and it's just, something's off.
You've known something is wrong your entire life, Neo. That's like literally how he's speaking.
Yeah, exactly. And bro, I was like that at one point, like, something's not fucking right.
We all were.
Yeah, something's missing. So the moment you find the answer to whatever you fucking, I always refer it to like a math problem. You know when you do a math problem and you fucking just know something's off, but you don't know where you went wrong, what step you went to, you just like, this is not the right answer. But you just can't, like, if I can feel it, it's not right, but like, you just know you went, whether it was step 1, step 2, or step 3, you just know you went wrong somewhere, but you just don't fucking know. You like have to ask the teacher or somebody who knows. That's how this shit is. So it's like, if you have that feeling, you have to just keep searching for it. You have to just, like, that's the only answer. That shit sounds terrible, but it's like, that's the only thing that I could tell you is like, if the answer's out there, but just keep fucking asking questions, whether it's to us or someone you trust or fucking Google, and you're going to eventually find an answer as long as you keep searching for it.
Yeah, 100%. Not only am I going to agree with what Tez is saying here, but I'm going to break down what he just said even further. When you're in school, like, it had to be like elementary school, middle school. I don't know how schools are good or bad now, but there is an order of operations. It's called PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. The way that Tez was just identifying this formula, often when you're in the field and you're in the world and you're dating the girl, there is a dance between you and her, and it's a battle, literally, between your masculinity and her femininity. So Tez is actually very, very sharp in dating women, because in that battlefield, when it goes to the back and forth of I do this, you do that, as a man, if you're going down the path of marriage, if you're currently married, if you're currently getting into dating, if you're currently in a relationship, as a man, if you start taking concessions, if you concede to her bullshit, and you're losing the dance or the battle royale that is a relationship, you are going to put yourself off of the relationship. And a relationship between a man and a woman is something where, like, let's say that you're going to count strikes, like something isn't going good, something is wrong. Sometimes as a dude, you're better off to sacrifice the queen. You're better off to just sacrifice the relationship and start fresh. And we are trying to give you as much game as you can possibly have. So when you're in the relationship and you're doing the dance and you're doing the battle that is relationship, as the man, you're always masculine. You're always in charge. You're always in your frame. You're always setting the tone. You're always on a direction. You're always good within your personality to complement and also add value to, and also be on the path and have structure to that relationship, so you can always be in the winning strategy. And if you remember a couple episodes ago, Tez said something along the lines of, you have to believe you're better than her. Not only that, that's facts, but you have to be better than her. And not only do you have to be better than her, you have to fucking perform, my guys. Being in a relationship is work.
1000%, and it's work that never fucking stops. You have to always be playing the game to the fullest, because the moment you sit back and think shit is sweet, that's the moment she's going to fucking pull the rug from under your feet, or she's just going to pop up on you and catch you by surprise, and next thing you know, you're fucking single, hanging out to dry, not knowing what the fuck to do. So it's a constant fucking, never get comfortable with your girl. It's a constant fucking game, a battle, a dance, like you said. So you have to always fucking just have your fucking game face on and just be ready to fucking war, because like fucking Myron said before, fucking guys are showing up to a gunfight with a fucking knife, thinking this shit is just not like fucking, it's just not like these motherfuckers, bro. These girls are fucking fully loaded fucking extendo clips. These motherfuckers, these niggas out here, these guys think this shit is sweet, coming up with a fucking butter knife to this fucking fight, and they're getting fucking demolished
with bazookas.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you're bringing butter knife to bazooka fight, boy.
Yeah, bro, real shit. It's fucking. Next thing you know, your ass is fucking 40 years old, divorced, fucking. Now you got $30K in child support back pay, and you're just fucking like,
Yeah.
you just don't know what the fuck to do, bro. And the whole time you think that you were doing the right thing. You're fucking putting her on a pedestal, doing all this shit, letting her have her way the whole time. That's just not the way to go. Like, you really have to believe that you're better than her.
And be better than her.
Yeah.
You have to be better than her.
Yeah,
like, if you're putting her on a pedestal, you're literally lowering your value right then and there. You're saying stuff like happy wife, you're lowering your value right then and there. You're saying, oh, I'm so nervous to meet you. Remember that? I'm so nervous now. Like, if you're saying shit like this, if you're putting yourself under so she could be over, you lose. You lose already. If you're in the first few moments of, if you're making like self-deprecating humor to like be in front of the girl, you cannot do that. I don't give a fuck what comedian you saw. I don't give a fuck what YouTube video that you saw to make you think that that's the way to behave. I don't care what Hollywood film made you think that you need to be less so she could be more. No. You need to be more so she can stay less.
No, real shit. And you know what's crazy? Logically, that makes sense because that's what we want. We want to fucking be treated. We want her to treat us like more and she be less. That's what we want. Or I'll speak for myself. That's what I want. Fucking. That's what I want, bitch. I am everything, bitch. I am better than you. Are we still on that fucking gay ass platform?
Yeah. We're still there.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, just bleep this shit out. We'll have to edit it. Fucking, if you don't see us in 24 hours, you know why. Like, we're fucking banned everywhere. But no, I'm talking shit. But yeah, logically, it makes sense to fucking, they're doing what they want girls to do to them. And they're not aware of that. If you ask them, like, do you want a girl to treat you like you're better than her? They're going to say, no, that's not right. But by guys putting themselves down and fucking acting like they're less, the girl's more, it logically makes sense. Like, look, you're the prize. I'm putting you on a pedestal. You're better than me. You're supposed to like me now because I'm treating you with so much fucking love, respect, and compassion, or just being passionate about you that of course you're going to like me. No, girls, you do not behave in a logical way with girls. Everything that you would logically do when you're dealing with the girl, or everything that you would logically do in the real world, not dealing with women, it's the opposite with the girl.
100%. Like, listen, DJ Matchmaker is literally the only person in this dating space that's a dude advocating for you women. But let me go ahead and tell you the problem with these women. When you do these things, the reason that Tez is saying what he's saying, I'm going to give you the why. Why you don't want to put a woman above you in any dating scenario is because you are going to put her on the pedestal, and the pedestal is going to play to her female ego, which is very, very, very easy to inflame. It's very easy to stimulate the female ego. And the female ego, and both men and women deal with ego, but the female ego is the biggest problem by far in the country right now. The female ego is such a problem that if you are to sit there and inflame it, she will have no barometer in life because she doesn't have a barometer to knock her off that pedestal. For example, a guy plays football, normal football. You're out there, you're against other men, you're instantly met with another man's skill level. And when you're instantly met with another man's skill level, you instantly know the hierarchy of who's better and who's worse as a player and what you need to work on and where you need to be and why someone deserves to be where they are. But women don't have that in life, like, ever. They just have like emotional passive-aggressive fights with each other. So because they don't have a way to see the way that the world can push back on them, you know what? That actually reminds me, that pushback, if I make it even more simple for you guys, I used to train dogs when I was in college. And a puppy has something called bite inhibition, right? And this is more like akin to dudes. So a puppy will like play with another dog, and if the puppy bites the other dog too hard, the other dog's gonna let it know what's up. It's gonna bite right back, right? So then it's gonna hurt the animal, and then the animal knows, okay, I can't bite too hard. But girls don't have that in their entire life. They float through reality. They don't have any real pushback. So if you're a guy and you're out here and you're saying, yeah, girl, you're a queen. You a boss, babe. I'm a sit. Or if you're like that one influencer, LP, aka Logan Paul, whatever. He made this video that was like insane, bro. He literally made this video where he's like sitting down and he says, "Yo, women, they have it hard." Right? Like if you're encouraging that sucker, I'm trying to be nice, right? If you're encouraging that sucker behavior to the girl, she's only ever heard these bullshit lies. And you men have all lied to her as your mating strategy to have sex with her. So because each and every one of the guys that she's encounters is using a deceptive mating strategy in order to have sex with her, she actually believes it's true. Then she comes and she sits down on this fucking show and says, "I know guys that don't think like you guys. I know guys that don't think like you. I know some other guys." It's because you're fucking liars. Like, for example, here, let me give you a good truth that I lay up in front of these girls up front, right? I tell girls everything up front. You gonna date me? I date multiple women, you in, you out, right? But you guys are afraid to say shit like that. But DJ Matchmaker, your boy Life of Chris Livestream wants all y'all men to say, "I do have a sexuality that includes the fact that I like a variety of women. We're all built this way. All men are the same fucking way." If you're telling me that you're a man that doesn't enjoy that concept or the idea or wants to date or have multiple women at the same time, you're a fucking liar. And if all of the men said to all of the women, "I need multiple women, I'll accept no less than a package deal," all the women would start changing their sexuality and their behavior to start offering the package deal. But right now, what do we have? We have sex being so glorified that women are just thirst trapping and starting a sugar daddy culture because the men have given up their stake in dating and said, "Women, go ahead, run it, do whatever you want, we will bow to you," creating this like deficit in the dating economy of today, which is why you need to listen to me and Tez give you the instructions on how to identify a 304 in the modern day, my guy.
Yes, fucking sir. Let's get right into it. So how the fuck do you identify a 304? What are the traits that you need to look for? What do you see? Because a lot of guys, they can't even see a 304. They don't even fucking realize when they see a 304. They get some pussy and they're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna wife her. I don't care."
Should I give an example? I'll give that example.
Give an example.
So if you guys remember about a little while back, right, when I'm in Miami and I'm chilling, I'm chilling with a photographer, and I make a video with the photographer out on my balcony in MIA, right? So I'm chilling out there, and homie literally walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, Chris, yo, man, I found this girl who's giving me attention. I really like her." He didn't say attention, but he's conveying that to me, right? He's like, "Yo, I found this girl that's like really nice to me and shit." And he's a dude that's really deficit in the dating game, and he's not really getting nothing, but he's like, "Yo, she's being so nice to me. I'm going to take her to Sexy Fish in Brickell." And I'm like, "All right, bro. I'm like big brother to you right now. I'm like, I'm like your dating coach. I'm giving you some game. You show me the girl." And he shows me the girl. And the girl is a fucking bottle girl from like Electric Lady in Wynwood. I'm like, bruh, let me sit down and make an entire video with you so you can reference this video, and let me break down every step as to why this is a 304 who does not deserve your attention and should never be taken to Sexy Fish, so you could possibly have the chance of maybe having sex with her because you think that girl's being nice to you so you can be in a sexual relationship with her ever, right? Homie didn't know. Homie just didn't know. Homie thought, "Yo, talking to all these girls, I'm in Miami, everyone's kind of mean to him, and because that is always happening, maybe this one will be nice to me." So I had to break it down. I was like, look, homie, let's sit down and let me explain why this is a bad idea, and you should never date a sex worker or a stripper or a bottle girl or somebody who's constantly in nightlife or damn near entertainers for that matter. And let me explain the barometer of why this is the metric, right? Number one, sexuality and female attention. Attention is very, very much different for women. Attention is literally how a woman will perceive their as a currency almost, right? It's like women will take male attention, and that attention is so important to them because That is the imperative of a woman. The imperative of a man is to like a man who was like living at the pinnacle of his life wants like Lamborghinis when he's a kid. They play with Lamborghini toys. Men want to be the best at everything. They want to be a king of the castle. They want to be number one at something. They want to dominate in some field. They want to dominate in some area. But that domination is a very masculine tendency. But this exact equivalent for a woman is to be revered for her beauty, right? Now, beauty. This is where you guys are getting tripped up. Beauty is an amazing thing from a woman. They're all born with it. They have it. It is amazing. But beauty is to be preserved, and beauty is never to be sold. And a woman who is a stripper or an OF worker or a bottle girl is monetizing her beauty in a sexual way and giving that attention to all of the men. And she's not preserving it for the chance of a future with a man who only wants to individually take care of her. She's monetizing it. So attention matters to that girl so much that she's going to throw up this wall in front of your face and say, it's my job. It's my job. I get paid to do this, so we should submit to money because money is higher. Money is like a god to us. Money is so high, we need to submit to this god. And because money is so high, I need to rely on this money as a replacement for you as a man who could take care of me. But instead of you, I'm just going to be all about this money and make that the priority. And I'm going to get this money from all of these men. Now, if you were a guy and you could get a bunch of money from a bunch of chicks, you might just damn near do it. But that, I don't know. It's just not. It's not the same, right? It's not. It's a false equivalent because if you're Chris Brown and these girls to take pictures with you, that's completely different than a girl who's extorting her purpose, her sexuality, from a bunch of men to get attention in exchange for money. So this guy, I had to sit down and explain. Look. She's not being nice from you. She's not being nice for you. She just wants a tip. She doesn't give two shits about you. And even if she did, I said DM her right now and ask her to go on a coffee date. Just say, hey, look, see if you can get compliance out of the woman. Now, that's a little bit more of an advanced step. But the purpose of me walking him through this exercise was like, look, if you think that you have a connection, you should be able to call upon this connection at any time. And when you call upon the connection at any time, you should be able to be like, hey, look, I would like to take you out on a date. Or you don't even have to say date. I want to meet up with you at Starbucks. Let's grab a coffee. Let's talk. Let's have a good time. If you're going to go about it that route. Me and Tez, we have so much game to give you. I'm just giving you the basics. Sometimes me and him don't even go that route. Sometimes we just go straight to the point. Because that is the absolute metric by which we will view success for some of these times. But I told him, at the very least, you should have compliance. At the very least, you should be able to do a FaceTime with the girl or hit her up and say, hey, come through. And he couldn't do that. So I said, look, if you can't even get her to comply like this, if you're going to spend a lot of money with the intent of impressing the girl at a restaurant like Sexy Fish in Brickell, Miami, where a ton of influencers and celebrities go, and a bunch of girls want to go and take a picture and put that on their Instagram, here's what's going to happen, my boy, the photographer. What's going to happen is you're not going to be viewed as a man she wants to have sex with on this date. You're going to be viewed as a sucker that she can manipulate because she only sees you as a wallet who's offering to spend money on her because of her extorted beauty. Because she's always used to extorting. She's used to extortion. She's always selling her beauty to all of the people in all of the club every single night. So she wakes up, puts on a bunch of makeup to look sexually attractive, puts on booty shorts to show her ass cheeks to everybody, make sure that cleavage is bumping, and you're over here saying, here, take my money. Here is an opportune time where you can come and have a great moment. So why would she look at you as a sexual option at that point? You're leading with your wallet. You're saying, look, here's money. Why don't you come over here? Like, why would she say no? Here's what's going to happen. She'll go out with you to Sexy Fish, my guy, so she can go put a picture on her Instagram, get more attention from men, try to be mysterious, and then leave you all cut and dry. You're out there hung out to wring out and be wrung out to dry for absolutely no reason. And then You're wondering why she doesn't hit you back the next day. Tez, bro, tell me that's not identifying a 304, my guy.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit, and that's what guys are really doing. They're giving up their main agency, which is their fucking wallet, their resources, without getting the other girl's main agency, which is her fucking sexuality. So it's like, if you're giving up your main agency for nothing, your fucking resources, the fucking your time, the effort that you put to make that money, you're giving it to her for fucking nothing, no compliance. Then she's like, why would she give up hers if she's getting what she wants? Like, she's winning the fucking game. So you have to hold that fucking back, hold your resources back, your main agency, your fucking wallet, and get some fucking and get some compliance. She's not gonna just come up to you and be like, hey, fuck me. Like, that's gonna happen every blue moon. That's probably for 99% of guys, that's never gonna happen, bro. I've no girls ever walked up and said fuck me. Like, she's not giving, their girls aren't giving up their main agency for nothing. They're gonna make you, or they're gonna want you to court them and fucking take them on dates and do all this shit. But what I notice is, I was thinking about this while you were talking. Imagine telling a person who hasn't drank water in fucking days, and imagine you see some dirty water, and you're like, don't drink that water, you fucking nasty freak, you fucking freak.
Thirsty mother.
It's like, and it's dirty water. The water's fucking dirty. You can see it's dirty. There's dirt in it, but you're telling this motherfucker who hasn't drank in days not to drink this water. They're not listening to fucking anything you're saying. They're like, fuck you, fuck that shit. I'm drinking this water. I'm thirsty as fuck. So guys, they're seeing girls that they know are bad for them, but they're so fucking thirsty for attention and some pussy because it's been so long. They're thirsty as fuck. They're like, I don't give a fuck if she's a fucking, I don't care if she's a 304. I don't give a fuck if she's a 30 goddamn 5 in Miami. Nigga, like, I am thirsty as fuck. I haven't tasted shit in months and years, so I'm taking whatever comes with this shit. So that's what motherfuckers are really doing, bro. So it's like, how do you tell a motherfucker that's thirsty like that in that position who hasn't had shit in a long time to ignore a fucking, or to fucking just ignore the fucking, her fucking traits and shit and get over it when he hasn't had shit in a long time?
Welcome to the 5-star. Welcome to 5-star. This is where your boy DJ Matchmaker and Tez tell you need to have multiple women. You must date multiple women. You must have more than one girlfriend at a time. If you have one girlfriend, you are LGBTQ. If you have two, you can be considered straight. If you have two or higher, fantastic, my guy. But you must have more than one woman, and you must operate from a place of abundance, not theoretically, not idealistically, not because you're watching the show, but because you're proving it to us. Maybe you're sending like a picture of us, or you're putting it in the comments or something. You're showing us that you're dating multiple girls. You have to date multiple girls. That requires work. That requires effort. That requires vetting. That requires you to become somebody that can do that. So you must work at your job, and you must work at your fitness, and you must work at your hobbies or happiness or something that's good for yourself, but you must work at dating too. Dating is not simple. Yeah, Health, Wealth, Love, Happiness, that's in the book that I wrote. But you must take dating seriously, and you have to answer Tez's question, come from a place of abundance. You can't be thirsty. You have to always stay hydrated.
1000%. 1000%. Because
making these women wet.
Yeah, the moment you fucking get thirsty, you're gonna start drinking some fucking dirty ass water, some fucking Flint water. Next thing you know, you're fucking done. Your pockets are emptied. And yeah, but so let's fucking get into it, man. And shout out to fucking Flint, Michigan. Shout out to my you out there in Flint. But yeah, bro.
Hey, shout out.
Don't be fucking out here doing dumb shit because you're thirsty. But hey, motherfucker, that's what niggas are doing out here. But fucking, how do you identify a 304? What are some traits that 304s have? Well, of course, they look like, they dress like hoes. We all know that. If a bitch is dressing like a hoe, she is not, leave her to the streets. Just borrow her, rent her from the streets for a little bit, and then kick her back to the curb if she looks like a 304. I don't give a, they're going to try to say, you're just insecure, you're toxic, you just don't want me dressed like that because you're afraid someone else is going to come up to me. They're going to try to flip it on you. Do not accept that shit. If she's dressed like a 304, she is not relationship worthy. If she always has a fucking opinion about everything, she just feels like her opinion matters, she's a 304. if she's always fucking talking about some shit, like if she thinks she's just fucking smart, if a bitch thinks she's smart, she's a 304. She is a 304.
Opinionated.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say smart, but yeah, opinionated. If she thinks if she's fucking hella opinionated about fucking everything, has some fucking say so, she's a 304.
100%, bro. Like, let me give you guys like a real world scenario, right? And I see this quite often because your boy be out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys might be finding us while you're in the middle of an actual ongoing live relationship right now. And when you're in the relationship right here, right now, you've actually chosen a bad partner already. And there's a lot of telltale signs to know when a guy's in a bad relationship. You know, like for example, if you're talking to your homeboy right now, be a good brother to your homeboy, man. If your boy is like saying, "Hey man, you know, I can't make it out to go do XYZ with the bros because I gotta do something for my girlfriend right now." That's choosing a bad partner. She's a 304.
And he's a fucking simp faggot.
No, we can't.
He's just.
We can't. We on Twitch.
Yeah.
Shit.
Close that tab, bro. Close that tab.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. All right, hold on. All right.
I thought we were off that shit a minute ago, but.
All right, we're off Twitch now. Yeah. Wait, I think so.
But yeah, if he's doing that shit, he's just fucking. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, right? Another thing that you'll see is that the man is starting to become. Okay, yeah, we're off Twitch now. But if the man is starting to become drained. And like, for example, let's say that you was in high school with this bro. He's always in the gym. He's working out. He's buff. He's taking his whey protein. Homie's out there. He's good at basketball. He's good at football. He's good at running track. But now you see that, like, he's comfortable. He's been having sex a lot. But he's also not been having sex a lot. He's also just been waiting around for the pussy. He's also just kind of like... he's becoming drained. So the next time that you see him, he's not as like big as he used to be. He's not as pumped up as he used to be, but he's now prioritizing the woman. But this woman is like off at work and she's like getting the attention of other men and he's like at home waiting for her. And he might like be trading responsibilities in order to prove that the work that he did for that girl deserves more pussy, right? So he literally will switch roles with the woman, not even realizing that he did it. So what he'll do is like maybe the house is messy and he's like does her laundry so he can have sex with her and be like, look, I did something for you. So like we should have sex.
There's no way, motherfucker. There's no way that's happening, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely happening, right? So this is, again, I'm putting this in the category of having a bad partner, right? So what happens now is that you don't understand what the girl is seeing. The girl is going to see something from the point of view of like, this is what you wanted to do. And because I have you wrapped around my finger, which is how she's going to perceive you at that point, right? Because what you're showing her is that she's your only option. And she's worth putting everything, she's worth you giving your all, how a lot of you men are hardwired to be, which makes you softer, right? So because you're giving her your all, she's going to walk in the house and feel like she's running the house. And she's going to feel like, okay, well, he's giving me this and he wanted to do that. So because he wanted to do that, that means that I have it like that and he's not having sex with anybody and he's not cheating on me and I know that he's not, and I can put up an emotional front and act like he is and manipulate him. But because I have all of this power over him, because he is bowing his knee to me with his sexuality, I know as a woman I have the position of power. And because I have the position of power, I'm just going to continue to manipulate him. Why? I mean, he's putting no boundaries on me. He's putting no restraints on me. Why the fuck would I?
1000%. Yeah, and really, that's not the girl's fault. That's the dude's fault.
100%.
The dude is
bro.
the bitch in that scenario. Because the fuck, like, you're doing shit that you genuinely deep down don't want to do.
You're a bad partner, bro. You're an idiot.
Yeah, if you're this guy, that's not her fault. You're just a bitch, and you don't fucking have a purpose. And because she senses, like, if you're out here doing shit just for sex, she senses that it's not genuine. It's not coming from a true, genuine place with good intentions. Because if it was, you wouldn't be looking to get anything out of it. So in this situation, she's right, because fucking, if you're doing shit for a certain outcome, then it's just not coming from the right place. Like, so it wouldn't make any sense, and she can sense that on you. So she's like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, now it's just in a fucking, it's just a exchange of, it's not a genuine, Werla says it's not genuine burning desire anymore. It's kind of like a fucking, it's an exchange. It's a negotiated, like, kind of like fucking exchange. It's not like genuine anymore, because then it's like fucking, this is an obligation now. I did this, now you are obligated to do this to me, not because you genuinely want to, but because I did this act. So now you have to reciprocate it by doing it to me. So then it's like, it's just not real anymore. So she can sense that on you. So that's your fucking fault. So don't be a fucking pussy and do shit just for sex. And yeah, so that's not her fault. Now, identifying a 304, if we all know, if her friends are 304s, she is not the good one. I know she's gonna say that's just my friends, and she might even talk bad about him, like fucking, oh, she did this last week with this guy. Can you believe that she did with this guy, that guy over there too, that guy? And your girl's coming off like she's the good girl out of the group, like she's not gonna ever do no shit like that. But no, if her friends are 304s, no matter how good your girl comes off, she is a 304. She's an undercover 304.
By proxy.
Yeah, get out of there. Abort the mission. Get gone. Like, kick her to the fucking curb. So, meet her friends. Assess her friends, because she's a 304 if her friends are 304s.
I actually even said in a couple episodes back, remember, if the girl's showing you that she's like 80% compliant but 20% disrespectful, abort the mission. Get out of there. If she's showing you that her friends are 304s and you literally think that she's not also one of them, my boy, you are sadly mistaken. Because the thing that you got to understand is that a couple things about female nature. Like a moment ago, Tez was just talking about, like, in masculine nature, men, you're negotiating with the girl, right? But negotiating is not something you do with a woman. Your woman, you never negotiate with your girl. You negotiate with your boys. See, that logic kicking in, you're using it the wrong way. That is not how you treat women. That's not how you speak to women. That's how you treat someone who is equal to you. You're a bro. But you do not treat women who are created to be subservient to you like a bro. You have to speak to her almost like a boss-employee relationship. You have to tell her what to do. She doesn't know what to do. Or a parent-like relationship, like a father to a child. You have to tell her what to do, or she will know what to do. You have to tell her, don't hang out with those friends are dead. You're with me now. That's one scenario. But in choosing a mate, we would choose that we would hope that you would choose someone that doesn't have those friends to begin with. That's like the perfect scenario, right? So it comes down to her actual, like, habits and qualities after, right? And as I was saying, female nature is very sneaky. Female nature is very, like, quiet, and they are known stereotypically to be better cheaters than men. Which I think that, like, I'll just, like, side note, if girls are better cheaters than men, then I think that for girls to be happy, they need to teach men how to cheat even more sneakily, so therefore the girl can't find out, so she stays happy. But that's a side note for a whole other day. I don't think you need to cheat in the whole first place. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's more like a joke. It's more like, just don't be deceptive. Now, back to the mission, right? If you're out here and you're talking to girls and you're choosing women based on their habits, like I told you in a couple episodes ago, Trump had picked his girl because his girl had the habit of making the bed and she was pretty. Fantastic, right? You need to pick girls that, if they have friends that think about their future, right? So here's like a fantastic scenario. And I know this is not going to be the scenario that you're getting in 2025, but this is the mentality that you want to operate in to kind of like use as the benchmark to compare it to where you're at, right? If you had a bunch of girls wearing long dresses and they're all covered up and they all like sew and they all cook food in the kitchen and they're thinking about Prince Charming and they're fantasizing about the man who's going to come in and whisk them away on their white horse one day, that is the type of mentality that you want the woman to have if you're going to give her a relationship. You want her to be a girl that's like, I do care about my sexuality. I do care about my future, so therefore I preserve my sexuality, so therefore I do want my potential man to really see the investment in me. I know, in 2025, in the current dating market, it's far and few between that you run into women like this here in America. You might find them in Japan, I hear, and you might find them in Brazil here and there. But like in general, if you're going to find someone, this is a very isolated mentality, right? To contrast that with like, hey, like girls are like, let's go get drunk together. Let's have a girls' night out. Let's go have massive amounts of fun. Let's go dance on tables and get a bunch of attention and be crazy and be loose and be wild. It just sounds like they're copying a Hollywood movie. It literally just sounds like they saw the female equivalent to the Hangover movie. And if your girl or the potential girl lives like that, has qualities like that, says shit to you. Actually, we recently had this. Why can't I go out to a EDC? Or why can't I go out to an electric carnival? Bro, if her friends think that it's okay for her to have a boyfriend or a husband, and it's okay for her to receive all the attention that female beauty has to receive in a fucking carnival. Keep it more. Your boy's a DJ. I know what be going on out there. If they think that that's okay, her friends will always mutiny you. You will always be the butt of their joke. You will always be the aggressor. You will always be in an L scenario. So what'll happen is you're planning your date. You're thinking about that ring. You're being more and more committed to her, but she's giving less and less commitment to you. You want her to stay home. You want her to be a part of what you've got going on, but she wants to make little concessions against you and say, well, I want to go be with my friends. I just want to go do this one event. I want to go do this thing that directly competes against what you have me doing in your life for me to serve you, which is going to leave you with less and less of her. And her friends are going to say, he wants you to not come? And then you become the bad guy. You become the enemy. They break up with your ass. And then you lost the entire investment in this girl. All that time, all that energy, all the resources. Because you couldn't do what Tez said. Not pick a girl with 3 or 4 friends.
1000%, bro. That's what it comes down to. It's crazy, bro. That's what it is. Now, next thing, if your girl, and this is me, bro, this is what I believe. If your girl has tattoos, she is a 3 or 4. It's that simple. If she has a tattoo, she is a 3 or 4. I don't care if it's 1 tattoo or 2 tattoos, she is a 3 or 4. Bottom line. 9 out of 10 girls with tattoos, they are 3 or 4s. Of course, there's exceptions to everything, but take a look at your girl. Between. Take a look at your girl, bro. You sitting down and laying in bed with her right now, or you're gonna see her tomorrow. You see that tattoo, bro? She is a 3 or 4.
You know what? That reminds me. Shout out to Zerka, man, because he actually said something once about that stuck with me. You know, there's a lot of guys in the space that have said stuff about that, but like one in particular was like, when your girl has a tattoo, it looks like she went off into the village and got conquered by another man, and then comes back to you. It's like, yeah, that's some masculine shit to do. We don't want girls getting tatted out here. Bro, I don't know if you even remember this, but like back in the day, being tatted was a taboo thing, and it was frowned upon, and it was not a style. And the reason it was frowned upon is because it came from mostly biker gangs. It came from mostly gangs. It came from mostly people of a lower status look at life. Then they just brainwash you to make you think that that's like a normal, cool thing to do. But like, you know, for like religious reasons, you would understand that, you know, your body is a temple and you shouldn't be doing shit like that. Duh. And now, even if a man goes through things, men have to fight the world. And I can look a man in the face and understand that a man has gone through certain things in his life, and I can understand fights he's gone through and battles that he's gone through. And I can understand that he might even be in a position where he needs to forgive himself of his past in order to move on for a future. But his future always includes him procreating with a woman. Now, let's flip the script. A woman does this for no reason. There's no thing that a girl does or has happened in her life. Let's say like a girl's in an abusive relationship. Whole other topic. She put herself there. There's so many guys that want to be good to a girl. That's like easy AF. Let's say that a girl, what other reason could a girl have for getting a tattoo? It's always going to be that like in the modern day that she just thought it was like a style. But this style shows you that she cares less and less and less. And another psychological thing to that is that the girl most likely has a higher chance of having an anxiety-based mentality. So if she's more perceptible to having an anxiety-based mentality, being around someone that's highly stressed or highly angst or able to be in a mind frame or a mentality where she's always going to put anxiety as a priority, there's less of a chance that you're going to have a successful relationship with somebody like that, because dating in and of itself is where you go out with a girl to lower her anxiety and put her in a place of like dating and make her, laugh and feel funny and feel comfortable and safe with you. But she's already shown you that that is not her default setting. She's just not that girl.
Yeah, and another thing is, when a girl has tattoos, it's a sign that she's gone through pain. Tattoos mean pain. That to most people, tattoos fucking hurt. So I don't know about y'all motherfuckers, but my girl, I don't want her to go through any fucking... I needed you to be untouched, fucking pure to the purest form of pure by the time I get to you, when we meet. I don't want you to have gone through any fucking pain. I don't want to see any scars on your fucking legs. I don't want to see any, like, you need to have been just fucking a princess your whole life and just been taken care of by your fucking dad, or just life has had to be easy for you. But another, like, a sign of a tattoo, that means she's gone through pain. And to me, it's just, it's just not attractive to me. So it's like any fucking pain. I don't give a fuck if it's a tattoo. I don't give a fuck if she plays sports and she got a cut on her leg. I don't want her to go through any fucking pain, because I just don't fucking like it. So that it's a masculine trait too. So it's just like, nah, like I don't fuck with that. Yeah.
And then there's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is procreation. There's no one that wants to raise a kid in the future and set the standard or the example that it's okay for your mother to have tattoos. Your mother is supposed to represent so many things, and being someone who thinks that it's okay to have tattoos on their body, which would then give the child the justification to say mom did it, is not going to create a conducive household for you to have a successful future. Now, I will say, for male sexuality, that doesn't mean she can't be on the team. I mean, that's a topic for another day. But it does affect the outcome of the attention that she can have, or the position that she can hold in the household, which requires like a lot of proving, and we'll get into all that stuff later. Now, I mean, she's literally sabotaging her future as a mother by doing that, and that does impede your need or want to procreate with her.
Yeah, and are there good girls? Like, are there good girls? Are there cool people, girls that are cool people with tattoos? Yes, of course, they're out there. But if your girl is tatted, bro, 9 times out of 10, she's a hoe. That's just what it is. She's a fucking hoe. So it's like, nah, I need you to fucking just be pure. Like, imagine that you marry a girl, even though marriage is bad. Let's say you marry a fucking girl.
Bad now. Was good, bad now.
Yeah, it's bad now. Most dudes are getting fucking cleaned in fucking the divorce court. So
bad for men, great for women.
Yeah, bad for men. Yeah, you got to make that distinguishing fucking difference. Yeah, it's bad. Men shouldn't be getting married. Don't get married unless it's to courts. But yeah, imagine you're fucking getting married and fucking your girl's just tatted under that dress. Like, she just tatted. Like, it's just like, when I just think about that, it's just like a bad, like, her arms are just tatted. Like, it's just not a sign of pure. She's wearing a white pure dress, but she's just not pure. It's the opposite of what we fucking want as men, or what I want. I hear nowadays men just want fucking hoes, and they want their girl to be used and abused and ran through. They just don't care about anything, and they have no boundaries. I want my girl to be pure as fuck, and if she's tatted up, I just know she's not pure.
And if you remember, me and Tez literally did an episode. I was out here, I was literally screaming about how important purity is. I literally know women that were trying to persecute me about that video. Like, literally upset, or like giving me the passive aggressive, I can't believe you said that, about how much as men we value purity. And that was when I was talking about like virginity and why women need to preserve their purity. And that basically goes to show you that, like, when Tez brings up the white dress in marriage symbolizes purity. If the girl has been ran through and gangbanged by 8 different dudes in college before you got a chance to get to her, her white dress, in my opinion, should be stained with blood to show you how impure that she is, or dirt or garbage, because she is not as pure as she once was. In fact, you know what? Her white dress should have the footprints of other men all over it, so you could visualize that and see how truly disgustingly unfair that transaction is within the context of that relationship and the way that you defined it.
That's great. Yeah, footprints all over the dress. Wow, that's yeah. Just so you fucking really have an idea of what the fuck you're getting into. That's really good. That's fucking. I like that. And yeah, bro, your girl needs to be fucking pure. And that's just a sign that she's fucking not pure at all. If she's fucking tatted up and she just has all these scars and shit on her, like, that's just not it. It's fucking disgusting.
And yeah, me and Tez did make the distinction. Just because someone does a bad thing doesn't mean they're not a good person. We're not here to like morally vilify you or like be the judges of your morality. We're here to set you up for the best dating relationship advice that we could possibly give you, to give you the barometers and the benchmarks for what is the best possible outcome for you to have the best possible relationship, because there's too much BS out there. Skip bad friends, skip tattoos. We don't want you to be around these 304s, man.
Yeah, because when I see a girl and she's tatted, I'm just like, there's no way I can take her serious. Of course, there's one fucking every blue moon that it's like, okay, you're a good person, you're cool, you might not be a fuck no, but if she's tatted, bro, 9 out of 10, get away from her. And bro, I want a girl that's closed-minded. Like, I don't want one of these open-minded, airy-fairy bitches that just fucking are just open to anything and just willing to fucking do anything and try. I need my bitch closed-minded, fucking has values that she fucking believes and she stands, or she just believes in her values, and it's like, I'm not going for certain shit. I don't want none of these open-minded fucking bitches that are willing to fucking open to do anything, because those are the ones that are hoes too. And yeah. So watch out for the tatted hoes. If you're laid up right now with a bitch and your girl's tatted, 9 times out of 10 she's a hoe. So watch out. And the next one for me is fucking, if your girl is a feminist, if she thinks she is equal to you and you guys are the same, she is a fucking hoe.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's certain religions that have the groundwork that allows them to see the world in a certain way. And this feminist agenda falls into a subsidiary of propaganda and political outlooks. And these propagandas and these political outlooks give you the framework and the foundation for the girl to think about the world in a way that's always going to be counterproductive to a man's mating strategy or a male in general. You know, so what does that look like, right? When Tez is saying equal to you, people always conflate that with human rights. Okay, so if you're that dumb, fine. I'll make it even dumber for you. I'll make it even more simple. A woman is not the same as a man. A man is not the same as a woman. They are not the same. Men need to be active. Men need to fight. Men need to move. Dude, when I'm boxing with Benny, I remember this dude hit me one time. And later, I can feel my body's own testosterone coming out to make me more masculine. Women don't have that. Women are not that way. Women are not designed that way. Women need to be more in the house. Dude, there's literally, they'll do like excavations and they'll find fossils of like civilizations before. And the men are just like bruised and battered and their like swords have gone through their rib cages and stuff. But the women's skeletons, pristine. Right? And that shows you they need to live life almost as if they're a cat. They need to be delicate. They need to be able to gently move through the world. If you ever been around women, you know, you don't roughhouse with them. You don't play with them the same way the guys roughhouse with each other, because they are delicate and they're gentle. And someone that is delicate and someone that is gentle cannot perceive the way the world is for a man. And there's so many more layers to that. Not only are we not equal, not only are we not the same, we don't have damn near anything that would allow a woman to say that she is equal to you, so she cannot be treated as equal to you. So if you're in a relationship, one of the biggest problems that me and Tez will see is a guy say something else. And now keep in mind, me and Tez have a very strong sales background, right? And I know you know where I'm going with this now already. We have a very strong sales background, and we'll run into situations where if we want to make a sale, or if we're talking to a guy, what'll happen is the guy will say, I don't know if I want to buy this thing. Let me go check with my wife. Let me go check with my girl. That means that you're passing off your masculine responsibility over to her. Now you think that she is a teammate, as if she's a partner, as if she's supposed to be another dude, because you're doing this negotiating bullshit again. You see, that mentality will always set you up for failure, because what happens is you as a man are making a concession against the relationship, and you're showing the girl, whether subconsciously or not, whether in the back of her mind or in the front of her mind, that you do not qualify for the position that you're in. You are not a man. It is your fault. You are not a leader, and you're including her in your ideals and your lawmaking and your rule making. But as a dude, you need to go through 5-star. We're going to turn you into a 5-star gentleman. You're going to be at the top of your elite dating game and your the dating outcomes and being a man overall. Like, we're going to give you every outcome that you need to be a masculine guy, to make sure that you have full leadership and autonomy over your entire relationship. Do you think, like me and Tez, when we decided to come out here and launch 5-star, that we like negotiated with girls on how we should maybe possibly? Do you think Tez asked girls how he should dress? Do you think we asked girls about this table? Do you think we asked girls about those lights? Do you think we asked girls about this location? We made those fucking decisions. And the reason we made those decisions, bro, there's a girl who told me, if I think about this, I just had this thought now. Out here, there's a girl who told me, yo, you should maybe not dress like the way that I wear that tactical shit for DJ Matchmaker. I literally know a girl that says I should not do that. You think I fucking listened to the girl? I was like, okay. Just give her one of those nods. But I'm not listening. I'm not listening to this chick. I do what the fuck I want to do, because I know what I want to do. And I know what I did to allow myself to become the man that can do things like that, because I understand the outcome. So, like, again, equality is a false narrative, like Tez is saying with this feminist agenda. If your girl is into femininity and she is putting you in a position, or I can't blame the girl. It's you as a guy allowing yourself to be around women that think that way and trying to be in a relationship with them or change them. I mean, I meet them all the time when I'm out here, and I run into their mentality, and I'm telling you, take this advice. I instantly know they're in the recreation zone. I instantly know I can't wife them. I instantly know that I'm not going to sit there and try to change their mind. It just is, it's an L outcome. The only thing that you can do is maybe catch them a little bit earlier in life. Maybe catch 18 or older, or maybe go on a date and see if they're amenable to being open-minded enough to be closed-minded enough to the way that you see the world, right? But if they're deep in the feminist propaganda, change your woman. Get out of there. It's a no.
1,000%. And think about it. We all know if a guy fucks a lot of girls, he is a player. He's a fucking playboy. He's that fucking guy. So if a girl thinks she's the same as you, that means she's now thinking in her head, I can do whatever he can do because we are the same. So now she's saying, if I fuck a lot of guys, who the fuck cares? Because guys fuck a lot of girls. That's a double standard. I'm a feminist. I can do whatever he can do. So then she's going to think that I can fuck whoever the fuck I want to fuck, however many dudes I want to fuck, because we are the same. If he can be a player for fucking a lot of girls, I won't get judged for fucking a lot of guys. I'm not going to be a hoe. So if your girl thinks she's the same as a man, she's not going to have the same, it's not going to weigh on her as much if she fucks a lot of dudes, because she's like, men do this, so I can do it too. They don't get judged for it, so I'm not going to get judged for it. So that's another reason why fucking a feminist, why if she's a feminist, she is a 304, 9 times out of 10, because she believes that everything a man can do, she can do, and we know men, we can fucking fuck whoever we want and not get judged for it. We actually, that increases our status. So she's going to do the same fucking thing if she thinks you guys are equal. So, yeah, that's what it comes down to. So 304s or fucking girls, feminists, stay away from feminists. They act like fucking men. And you have to act like a man yourself and not be a feminist to actually be able to see these things. The same way, a guy who's a feminist who thinks men and women are equal, he's a fucking bitch. He's an imp, a imp. He's a fucking simp. So that's just what it is. So it goes the other way around. As a girl, she's a fucking feminist. She's a 304, 9 times out of 10.
And you're going to see me do this on this show. You're going to see me play chess. And shout out to Tez, by the way. Fucking grandmaster at chess over here. I dare you. I dare you to play a game of chess with Tez real quick, man. My dog, he knows the steps ahead of time. And that's how you're going to be in this dating game. Watch this, right? When Tez was just saying that women are going to try to false equivocate their body count to your body count. And they're going to try to say a man is a whore. A man is not a whore. They're going to say that he's a slut. He's sleeping around. She's literally going to take all of her feminine principles and impose it on the man because she has now become a man and she thinks it's okay to do that. If you hear that language, disqualify her immediately. She's not the one. She is not someone you want to be in a relationship with, right? And I'm going to teach you how to play chess, and you'll see me do it here on this show, right? Me and Tez will be talking. A girl will be sitting over here, and they'll say something along the lines of, a man can sleep around and do whatever he wants. Why can't I? And I'll say, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. You can sleep with whoever you want because women are sexually liberated. So I'm like leading her into like a false comfortability right now, right? And because women are so liberated and can have sex with whoever who they want, and you're just like a man, I'm so proud to tell Tez how many women I've had sex with. Why don't you tell us how many men you've had sex with? And why don't you tell the man that you're most interested in having a serious relationship with the type of sex that you were having and who you were having that sex with, and let's see his reaction. And since you're so liberated and so free in your sexuality, give us the number of exactly how many men that you slept with. And then every single time they withdraw. They say, no, I can't do that because I don't want to. Because they're not sexually liberated. That's all bullshit propaganda. That's the fucking game. They're guilty in their conscience. They know that they did a bad thing. They know they shouldn't be fucking around. They know they shouldn't have opened their legs for all these dudes. They know that there was a better man that was always right there ready and waiting to take them. And they completely kicked that guy to the curb, went into a lustful mindset like that one girl said, right? They went into fuckery, and they started fucking bad boys who had absolutely no care in the world for who they are, and they're not liberated. They are discarded. I want you to always take this sexual liberation and change the words to be, they were sexually discarded into absolutely nothingness, which, like at the core of it, is actually eating away at society today. Female sexuality is destroying like the OFs of the world, the OnlyFans of the world. That is literally the decaying, rotting society that you guys are dating in right now. The lack of female sexual restraint is causing all of the pain and problem and propaganda that's putting us in this position to have a dating podcast in the first place.
Yeah, and it's because it's due to you fucking simps allowing this shit to happen. You allowed this feminist shit to happen. You fucking were simps, and you let these hoes do what they want to do. They could always do it. The fuck it. Do what you want to do. I don't give a fuck, but let's blame feminists on the fucking dudes for letting this happen. Whoever the fuck you were in the 1960s or 50s, the fucking government, whoever was fucking getting people to fall for this shit. But guys, of course they're gonna be. Of course you niggas are gonna be fucking feminists because you want to identify with women because that's how you think you're gonna get laid, by fighting for them, cheering them on, being a fucking white knight.
Like being relatable.
Sense, being relatable. So I get it. I mean, it's not fucking, is it right? But I get you motherfuckers think that's the way to get pussy, which it's not. You want to do the exact opposite. You're going to get pity pussy. The bitch doesn't respect you. You're kind of just getting it. She's dangling over your head and fucking just playing with your dumb ass. Like a fucking cat with a ball on a string. She's just fucking toying with you. That's why you need to prioritize. At some point, you have to prioritize either sex or respect. At some point, you're going to have to just say, fuck, I'm going to prioritize respect over sex, and fuck this sex if I don't get respect. I'm just going to say fuck the sex. Hey, some guys can just say, fuck it, I don't need respect as long as I get sex. That's good for you. I'm not able to do that shit. Fucking, it's either respect or nothing for me. But so that's how you need to be. That's what I fucking recommend for you motherfuckers. Because to me, being disrespected by women feels fucking, that's just terrible. That's not something that I'm able to just, no, it's just not for me. I'm not able to just deal with that shit. So it's like, if I'm not being respected, I don't want the bitch. So you need to operate in that frame. And first, you just need to fuck enough, whether it's one bitch or multiple bitches, fuck enough to where you stop fucking prioritizing pussy so much. Because once you do that, then you're not gonna prioritize sex over respect. Now another thing that to fucking realize if your bitch is a 304, if she went to college in a different state than her hometown.
Yes.
If your bitch went out of town to go to college in a different state that's not her hometown, she's a 304 9 times out of 10.
Yes.
So I want you to look at your bitch, and if she's from fucking Wisconsin and she went to school in Michigan for 4 years or 3 years, she's a 304. Now break this down. Tez, what the fuck are you talking about? My bitch went and got an education. Now you're telling me she's a 304?
Isn't she powerful for going and getting educated? Isn't she an educated woman, Tez?
Yeah, she's fucking educated, all right. She got fucking educated in dick. She got a fucking dick master's degree. Now, look, you fucking dumb motherfucker. So she's a 304 because she can finally be as liberated as she wants to and not get judged for it. No one fucking knows her. She's in a different fucking state, different city. So it's like, I'm going to be a 304. No one that I grew up is around here. None of my friends are here. I can go back home during the summer and be that nice little princess that he thinks I am. And I'm going to fool everyone in my hometown. But I've just been getting ran fucking through in college. And I can get away with it now. So if your girl went to school out of town, went to college, and she was in a fucking dorm or got an apartment with some fucking roommates, she was getting ran the fuck through like no other.
Bro, listen, I'm going to give you guys real sauce and real game. Make sure you're listening and tuning in right now. There are different tiers of women. There are different subsections and different types of women. There are biker women. There are model women. There are upper class women. There are caddy girl women. There are so many different types of women. Now, our society doesn't propagate shame as much as it used to. However, different types of women do respond to shame in their neighborhood, where they were born, where their family is known, where their friends are known, where they went to high school, because women think about the world differently than men. Women are always thinking about what other people are thinking about. Women are always thinking about what other people think of them. Men are more prone to be like, fuck it, fuck you. I don't care what you think about. Fuck how the world thinks. I got to do what I got to do. And because of this very vast difference, women, even though they cap on this and they act like they don't feel shame, they do feel shame in their local neighborhood where they're from and where they were born. So like he was saying, if she was born in Wisconsin, everybody within, let's say, 100-mile radius of that hometown, she feels and cares deep in her soul about what those people think about her. And she always wants to be a politically pristine princess. However, traveling and going to college in a different state gives her invisibility and anonymity, which means being anonymous. So now she goes from being Lindsay, the hot neighborhood girl, to Lindsay in a place unknown. And when Lindsay's in a place unknown, I dare you, men, to go to a strip club. And you'll see that there's a huge parallel between how women act in a strip club with unrestrained female sexuality in action for you to observe and see in real life. She has very much the same mentality, because if she's traveling and she's in Sweden and nobody knows her, she can let her freak flag fly. And if she's in college, she for damn sure is letting DJ Matchmaker knows what's up. She's letting her freak flag fly. So what will happen is that we'll meet these women, and we don't care about these women for a relationship, but like we'll meet them and they'll just tell us everything. They'll be like, I have a guy, and like Chris, like I'm telling you, like sometimes I'll let like a guy come and have sex with me on Tuesday. I'll have a different guy come and have sex with me on Wednesday. I'll have a different guy come and have sex with me on Thursday. And she's beautiful, and you would never suspect that beautiful, kind of like low-key. See, the girl that I'm describing is not intimidating. Women are never intimidating. That's never a real thing. If you're saying stuff like that, you fall into the category that Tez has been describing this entire time. You imps, you suckers. So if you fall into this category, what's happening is you don't realize that this very gentle being of a woman is a fucking slut. Like, she's just letting everyone inside. And she feels, it's not even that she feels, she did that to do that. This is exactly the move that she made. She said, fuck how I'm known, fuck my college, fuck my city. I want to get fucked by everybody. That's what it is. That's straight up what it is. And the reason that is what it is because women are more calculated than you would think. For example, I'll give you a quick example, right? Shout out to Pearl. We'll probably be doing a show with her sooner than you think. But she said something that I thought was very significant to female nature. There is no guy right now in 2025 that is just getting a girl pregnant. That doesn't exist anymore. Girls know who busted a nut in them, and they choose whether or not to go take a plan B. They choose whether or not to go have an abortion. They choose whether or not to go use some third-party birth control. There is no man in the current day that is just getting a girl pregnant at all. It is always a choice or a lack thereof from the woman. I guarantee you guys, if you're out here busting a nut in a chick and she's of any class, it's above trash. She's straight up, if she's not getting pregnant by you, it's not because you're having some great ass sex. It's because she doesn't see you as anything more than sex. And that's a pretty bad place to be as a guy. You're just in like the alpha only male sex zone / friend zone / like we can fuck but we can't go forward relationship thing. It's just a weird conundrum, right? But to sum up that point, the girl will forego her anonymity to be a fucking freak in college to make sure that she has no future for you.
For sure, 1,000%. And also that good girl in that city, her hometown, she's been suppressing her sexuality her whole fucking life, simply because the only reason why she was suppressing it is because she's afraid of getting judged. So that good girl who's not fucking anyone in her hometown, who's still a virgin, who maybe fucked 1 or 2 guys, who's not a hoe, and the only reason she's not a hoe is because she's afraid of the people around her are going to be judged. We know women are more, they care about people's opinion more than men, for the most part, most men. So the only thing that was keeping her from not being a hoe was being judged. And now she just moved to a different state, and the only thing that she was afraid of was being judged by her friends, her family, the people close to her. And now none of those people are nowhere near her. So guess what? That fear of being judged goes away because she's around strangers that she doesn't give a fuck about, that don't give a fuck about her. So now it's a free-for-all. I'm liberated, and I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And guess what? I'm going to come out here in school into this college and get fucked, and I'm going to go back home and act like nothing happened. I get to still be the little good girl, the innocent one that everyone knows to just be a little sweetheart that doesn't get fucked by anybody in my hometown. And then guess what? I just did my 4 years in college and got fucked by 5 to 10 different girls each year for 4 years. That's like 30 to 40 dudes. And I get to go back home to my hometown, be the good girl, and I'm going to marry that good guy who got a trade or who's been working. He got his degree. He's been working. He still thinks he has that image in his head that I'm still that good girl that I was in high school.
And he does. He
doesn't even know that I was getting fucked in college. He doesn't know. I still have the image of a sweetheart. Everything sugar and spice and everything nice with me. I'm still sweet, and he's gonna marry me. And guess what? Then I realized he's a fucking simp because I dealt with some real ass motherfuckers in college, some dudes who just didn't give a fuck. Some what they would say fuck boys, or that term's gay, but I dealt with some motherfuckers, some guys who got pussy who didn't give a fuck, who weren't simps. And now after 5 to 10 years of being married with this guy in my hometown, he's just a bitch. Let me divorce him. And he was the good guy who did everything right growing up, and now he just doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. But this could have saved him if he would have just thought it and be able to realize that fucking that I was a hoe because I went to school out of town and I was just playing him for a fucking fool, and he just doesn't see it because he didn't have the experience. He was just doing everything right, got his degree, working, doing the right fucking thing. And now look, he married me. Everything was good for 5 to 10 years. Now we're 30, 35 years old, 40, and I just divorced his ass. And all because I had these experiences when I was in college or in my young adulthood that I just think back on, and I'm like, he's just not that fucking guy. He's not anything compared to the guys that I used to fuck with, so I'm just going to divorce him. So, guys, watch out for that. And think about it like this. Another thing. We all know what happens when girls go on girls trip, right? They get fucked when they go on girls trip. Your girl, if she's going out of town, she's getting fucked. Now, wait, your girl just went out of town to go to college for 4 years. She just went on a 4-year girls trip. Your girl just went on a fucking 4-year girls trip, and you think she's not getting fucked? Oh, all she's doing, the only difference is that she's just reading a book every couple nights at night, but it's still a fucking girls trip. So if girls are getting fucked in 3 days when they go to fucking New York or Miami or Fort Lauderdale, then fucking what the fuck do you think is happening when they go out of town in school for 4 years?
Yeah, and I want you to know, when a girl does that, she changes her behavior. The behavior that she has around you is completely different than the behavior than she has when she wants to get fucked. She'll literally go approach a guy, make herself available for exactly that outcome against everything that you probably experienced with her. So, like, to touch on what Tez was just saying, girls literally leave to escape judgment, but never fear. Judgment is here, baby. And it looks like the 5-star live stream. All I want you men to be doing is judging these women. Bring judgment back to a full-time extreme. It's a very common trait to hear people say, we don't judge here. Or girls, it's always girls that say that. No judging, or no, like, we don't judge here, or no, there's like a TikTok trend.
No judge zone, or like fucking judge free.
We don't judge, but something like that. You ever heard that on TikTok?
I haven't heard that, but that shit just dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Judging is Yeah, if you fucking judge, I mean, you have to fucking judge. If you don't judge, that means you have no standards. There's a reason why if you do dumb shit and you fucking go to court, you have to see a judge so they can judge you for the dumb shit that you did. If there wasn't fucking anyone being judged, and you could go kill someone and get fucking go walk scotch-free. So you have to get judged, because if you have to judge, because if you don't judge, that means you have no fucking standards and you accept anything. What is it? Fall for nothing, or stand for nothing, fall for anything.
Yes.
You're that guy because you fucking don't judge. You have no fucking standards. So you have to fucking judge.
Yeah, women literally dread being judged. And guess what? I want you guys to be Judge Dredd. Shout out to that movie. Do you know that movie from like the 90s? Judge Dredd, my boys. I want each and every one of you to make these girls dread the fact of how much you're going to judge them. And, you know, believe it or not, when you have some hardcore boundaries and some hardcore standards, and this is what we want men to have hardcore boundaries and hardcore standards in choosing a mate. We want you to judge the living shit out of the girl in front of the girl. We want you to call her out. No, Bethany, I know you were fucked in high school by everybody. No, Sarah, I know you were a fucking whore in all of college. No, Mackenzie, I know you had an OF. I want nothing to do with you because I'm judging you and your entire past and your entire outcome. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Judge Dredd is in the building.
Say less. That's it. Fuck it. That's it. Gotta judge these hoes. That's what it comes down to.
Judging you all day, man. You know what else I like to judge? Skin on Instagram, bro. How you feel about that?
Skin on Instagram in fucking real life. If you have fucking, what she's wearing, that goes back, we kind of touched on this earlier.
She dresses professionally in front of you, all skin on IG. What do you do with this scenario on a girl?
She doesn't really fuck with you then, because she's advertising, and she's for sale. She's for sale. And it's over. Hell no, bro. If she's showing skin on Instagram, she's letting you know that she's ready to be bought, not by your ass. So it's a for sale sign.
Yeah.
She's single like a fucking Pringle. So if your girl is dressed like a freak on Instagram, like a Tatiana, then that means she is on the market to be bought. So you are a dumbass for fucking buying something. You just rented her, and she's still being advertised to the public. So if your girl's on Instagram with her ass out, her skin out, she's letting you know that she is searching for something better. That's her way of telling you. That's her way of letting the world know that I'm not with the guy that I really want to be. Because she's not going to tell you, I don't want to be with you, I want to be with someone better. That makes her look bad. That makes her look like a piece of shit. 99% of girls aren't going to say that. So what is she going to do? Advertise herself on social media by dressing crazy or dressing like a hoe, dressing half naked to let dudes know I am available. DM me. Because girls that are dressed naked half the time are getting more DMs, getting more messages, getting more attention than girls who are dressed more conservative. So she's looking through all those messages and those DMs, and that she's waiting for that right one to come. And as soon as that right message hits, she's monkey branching to the next dude, and she's through with you. She's done. So that's all that is.
You know, that literally ties back to what we were just saying earlier. Do you remember the example that I gave you guys earlier with the photographer that I told you wanted to take this girl to Sexy Fish? And bro, the stuff you're talking about, it just keeps bringing up stories that I have, bro. Like, let me just side note with you real quick. You ever see like a girl getting married on like Facebook or Instagram, and then you're just like, the things that I did to her.
No comment.
Woo! Yo, all right. So this ties into what we were talking about earlier, right? The girl is advertising. She's cashing out on her attention. She's literally showing all the guys, hey, look, she's making the conscious choice in her head to say that I want guys to look at me and hop in my DMs, and maybe I don't have an OnlyFans, but I'm basically like softcore pornography for you to look at my body and how well I maintain my body and how beautiful my female body is and how delicious my boobs are and how beautiful my long hair is and all the other assets, right? And she literally wants to cash out on the fact that a guy will literally look at her and be like, hey, man, I will take you out to the Mykonos this weekend. And she'll be like, all right, yeah, why not? I'll go to the Mykonos. You know what I mean? Take over real quick. I got to put a charger in place.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dudes need to be able to identify these things so they know if they are dealing with a 304 or not, because you're just going to get used and a fucking abused if you don't. So the quicker you be able to identify a 304 and you realize if she's for the streets or not, the more of a headache you're going to save yourself. You're going to save yourself a fucking big ass headache down the road, because if you're fucking looking past these 304 tendencies and whatnot, then that's where you're gonna get fucked and screwed in the future, and you're just gonna get hit with a whole lot of headaches and shit down the road. That's what it comes down to. So this shit is important, whether you believe it or whether you know it or not. This is gonna save you a lot of fucking time and energy in the future by being able to identify these 304s.
You don't want to be a sucker at the end of the day, because like, I literally have a story, and you were there for this story, bro. I think I should tell this story again. So I'm literally working out in Miami. I'm chilling at the blankety house. You know, we don't got to get too specific. And my dog, shout out to Baite, man. You know, me, Baite, and Tez, we chilling in the gym and stuff, right?
Shout out to Baite.
This girl walks in. And I decide, man, I'm going to talk to that girl. She's so pretty, so beautiful. In the midst of having this conversation, this girl is talking to me about so much irrelevant shit because she was opinionated, which is something we'll get to in a moment. And she wanted to talk about her, in real words, her insecurity. Her insecurity is that she's pretty, but because she's pretty, she wants to show the world that she's intelligent, so she wants to show the world that she's a doctor, so she wants to talk about how smart she is instead of just a pretty girl. And then she goes on to talk about, like, she knows that her Instagram is a bunch of thirst trap bikini pictures. So she presents herself as a doctor, but she's making the conscious decision to post bikini pictures all over her IG. And in doing so, guess what? Your boy, before she said that, was about to take her out on a date. I was literally about to take her out. I told her the place I was about to take her out because I was very straightforward with like what I wanted to do. I put myself in the romantic zone immediately. But when she said that, guess who never followed through with the date? Because it's beyond a red flag. It's a lifestyle choice. It's a lifestyle choice that says, look, I like male attention, and because I like male attention, I'll take your attention, I'll take your dimes, I'll take your time, and I might never play around with you. But I like the idea that your eyes are on me, and I like the idea that your masculine energy is on me, and I like to see how many times that I can do this until maybe I pick someone that has like such an extraordinary standard that benefits me in my selfish intent, even though I'm never going to cash in on that deal. Because they are very stupid with their mating strategy. They're by far the dumbest mating. They have the dumbest mating strategies I've ever seen, and some guys do too. But like, women tend to throw away everything that makes them valuable and choose to die alone every single time. It's zero return on investment dating strategy.
It's crazy. That's what it is, bro. That's the world we live in, bro. That's the world we live in.
Yeah.
That's that's it. Yeah. I know. I remember. I remember, like, bro is just going through it with this motherfucker. I was like, hell nah, bro. Damn. But that's the world we live in. And what you lead with, whether it's fucking, if you're a dude who's leading with money, who all you show is your cars, your fucking lifestyle, or not even lifestyle, like you're leading with chains, jewelry, if that's all you show, that's what people are going to see you as. So if you're a girl, a side note, piece of advice for girls, like you're a girl just leading with fucking your sexuality, that's all people are going to see you as. So what you lead with, what you value most in yourself, what you fucking give to the world, that's what people are going to see first in you. So just be aware of that as well. So it's like, if you're a girl, you say one thing, you care so much about the fucking your degree or your work, but you're leading the most with your sexuality, no one's going to care about that. Everyone's going to see your sexuality, and they're going to fucking look past that. So you got to be aware of what you're fucking leading. What do you want people to see you as? And it's not about like, oh, fuck what people think or like anything like that. It's just more about like, what do you value in yourself? Because whatever you value in yourself, people are going to value. That's what they're going to see first. I think of Wes Watson when I say that. Wes Watson has a fucking Bugatti. Shout out to Wes Watson.
Shout out Wes.
Great advice. Fucking, you could tell he's just in full alignment with what he says. He does what he says. He has a fucking Bugatti, all these cars. But when I don't think of that when I think of Wes Watson. I think of the self-development, the character, how he built himself up to become who he is, to become this person. I don't think about the fucking cars and shit. So it's like, when I hear you say a girl who fucking is saying she got a degree, did all this shit, but is leading with her sexuality and fucking posting these pictures on Instagram and whatnot, it's like, people are going to see you. What people are going to see in you, it's based on what you value yourself the most in. That's what they're going to see you. Whatever you lead with in yourself, that's how they're going to see you. So just be aware of that. That's another story too, but fucking, that's what I was thinking about when you were talking. But hell yeah, so just be aware of that. But yeah, it's fucking, it gets to where we live in, bro. It's crazy.
And me and Tez, I mean, we got a lot of points for you guys, man. But I do think that we brought them a lot of value at this point in the show, and they need to do something for us, man. I think they need to subscribe, bro. What do you think?
Like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend who you think this might be helpful for them. But yeah, the more fucking love and support we get, the more we keep fucking just getting better and releasing this content to fucking help people out. So show some love if you can. I mean, yeah, just fucking click that button down below and do what you can do, because we're going to be here regardless, we're going to keep going. This shit don't stop. We're going to keep adding fucking value until the fucking wheels fall off, until we're on flat fucking tires. We're on just riding on fucking rims. We are here. We don't give a fuck. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. So yeah, show some love. Do what you do, and if you don't, hey, it is what it is. Fuck you then.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Fuck you, nigga, if you ain't show no love, nigga. But no, I'm talking shit. But hey, nigga, if you're getting value, show some love. If not, we gonna keep going anyway. So let's fucking get it.
Yes, Sirski. No, listen, let me walk you guys through the process here, man. Our investment is in you. We care about you, and we need you to show us a little bit of love and support by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, sharing this video with at least 5 friends on 5-star, man. If you don't have 5 friends, are you even a 5-star gentleman? I don't know. I don't think so. And let me walk you through some of the things that we got going on here. In the description of the YouTube video that you're seeing, or the Rumble video that you're seeing, we have got a link to our link tree that has all of the 5-star accounts. So right now we're live on Rumble, we're live on Locals, we're live on YouTube. We were live on Twitch earlier. I had to cut it down, you know what I'm saying? So it's very scarce what you're going to see on there from my dog Tez. But my dog Tez was saying so many things, I had to make sure that we keep that account, because you know they want to take you down when you spit in the truth. We've got Kick. We're on Kick right now. I believe we're on FB. And that's where we are live right now. So I need you to go to all of those tabs, open up all those tabs, go ahead and hit like, follow, subscribe, super chat in on all those platforms. And then, of course, you're going to see us on all of our other platforms soon. You're going to actually see like an upload wave that me and Tez are going in right now. So we're doing, follow us on Instagram, 5-star, TikTok, 5-star, Twitter, 5-star. We have every type of social media account. If you want another social media account, go ahead and comment. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you need. We have a support link that we want you guys to go check out. We got a PayPal. We got a Venmo. We got a Cash App. We want you to go ahead and super chat in. Take care of us, and we're going to take care of you. Right now, we have the 5-star single on iTunes and Spotify. It's the 5-star intro that you're hearing on all the clips between our platforms right now. Anytime that you hear that song playing, when I was on IG talking about my encounter with a model who's coming on the show later. And, Vicky and Caro and Linda and all these people that I'm like networking with, and you hear that song in the background. It is the intro to it's the theme song to our actual live stream right here. You know what I'm saying? So the 5-star live stream is doing everything you can. DJ Matchmaker is doing everything that we can to bring you guys the value, but we need you to subscribe and stay tuned so we can give you these valuable points and make sure that you stay locked in on this show that's meant for you to grow. My dog, how do you feel about a girl who has ever had an OF in terms of dating?
How I feel about a girl who's had an OF? Do I really we know how the fuck
break it down, bro. There's dudes out here paying those girls OF. There's girls out here getting $5 million a month or whatever from OF.
If a girl is on OnlyFans, she is sex only, just fuck her only. She belongs to the earth, the streets, the fucking goddamn highway. She belongs to the fucking back of the alley, getting pumped and dumped and slumped and just fucking dumped again. That's what I think about OnlyFans girls and fucking. It's not saying you can't fuck them, but don't take them serious. She is not wife material, not worthy of being taken serious to any extent. An OnlyFans bitch is not worth your fucking time. So if you niggas are out here paying OnlyFans bitches or paying bitches on OnlyFans, you are just a fucking simp. God damn. And you're probably really paying another nigga for real. She's being managed by a nigga. You throwing money in his pockets. You on the live chat, you talking to a goddamn fucking nigga on that bitch.
Damn.
You think you talking to the real bitch on OnlyFans. This is a nigga behind that screen on a keyboard. She's fake typing. That's what Andrew Tate said he used to do. She's fake typing and shit. The bitch is just doing this. and it's a nigga over there in the corners. It's a nigga.
It's Diddy, bro, in the corner.
Damn, not Diddy. It's a nigga over there. You talking to a whole nigga. You on OnlyFans paying for shit. With live chats paying for shit. You talking to a whole nigga just taking all your cheese, all your money. You just worked the whole week. You just put 40 hours in to talk to a bitch that is getting fucked by another nigga. You just got $20 an hour at your job, and you just gave 500 of that to a bitch that you're not even fucking. Imagine that, bro. You are paying a bitch your hard-earned money that you worked hourly to get. You woke up every fucking day to get this paycheck, and you just gave half your check to a bitch. Fuck that. You went to a fucking strip club, gave half the bitch your money, and you're not even fucking the bitch. You went to the strip club, threw some money, paid an OnlyFans bitch. She's giving the money that you gave her to another nigga, and that nigga just rented a Lamborghini. That nigga just rented a goddamn fucking Lambo, nigga. You just funded that nigga's lifestyle. It's not even the bitch. She got
funding his lifestyle.
She got a pimp, nigga. Just think about this. Every dollar you spent on OnlyFans is going to a nigga. That's gonna make you not want to pay for no more bitches on OnlyFans.
Hopefully.
It's going to a nigga she gets a portion of it that's being distributed to her. She gets 30% of that shit, 25%. So you just putting some money in another nigga's pocket that you just worked hard for. You didn't even want to be at that job. You didn't want to work, nigga. And you just gave it to another nigga who not even waking up to go to work. He's sleeping in, smoking a blunt or two, nigga, a day, and you just funded his lifestyle. So about OnlyFans hoes, hey, get your bread. I don't blame you, nigga. Milk these niggas. If you want to milk these simp sucker ass niggas, do it. But if you're a nigga that's watching, hopefully just stop doing that shit. Hopefully this helps you.
I mean, we literally are walking you through easy, medium, hard, right? I mean, we told you the tattoo girls, be wary of that. We told you the skin on Instagram girls that are extorting attention from men to receive opportunities. Be very wary of that. But women who are outwardly prostituting their sexuality for men to the masses for an exchange of money for anybody to buy leaves you with nothing but a very cheap woman. In fact, you might not even understand the psychology of a woman that does that. But let's contrast purity to obscurity, which is essentially where she's putting herself, right? If her body, in the form of pictures, in the form of JPEGs, in the form of pixels, can be purchased for her through any sort of justification, no matter what it is, her psychology is fucked up. Like, I'll give you a really good example. You're gonna if you were to give a girl who does OF the traditional values, or talk to her respectfully, or give her love and show her kindness, her brain can't take that shit anymore. And what's going to happen is, because you're not the pimp, you're not the guy who is disrespectful towards her or disrespectful to her in the messages, because you're not like outwardly showing her brash bad boy traits or behaviors. She, even though you think that you are trying to, I guess, save her or put her in a place that's like calm and safe, she'll look at you, and in the beginning it might be cool, but over time she's going to be very unable to accept your kindness or your goodness in any way, because she traded her soul. You understand? Female beauty is never to be extorted. Not pictures of her feet, not pictures of her elbow, not pictures of her breast, not pictures without her face. Literally never is female beauty ever supposed to be extorted. It's supposed to be preserved for a man. One man for her whole life, forever. Unfortunately, often that's not the case, so she gets a different position in the multiple girl arrangement, which is what it really is. But, you know, not every one of you guys is in a situation where you can date multiple girls. Some of you guys might be just getting here in a position where you're dating any girls. And if you ran into a girl who does OF, she can't be your girlfriend. She cannot be your wife. She for damn sure can't be a good friend. She can be recreation. She can be fun. That's it.
That's it. For fun only. That's it. Just have a good time with her. Kick her to the curb. Don't take her serious. I don't give a fuck how good her pussy is. I don't give a fuck how good she looks. She's for sex only, recreation use only, nothing serious. And niggas, you motherfuckers gotta know that. If you're watching this, you gotta know that. You're not taking an OnlyFans girl serious. She might be cool as fuck. Might be chill to kick it with, hang out with. Might be a real one, who knows? But she's not serious, and she knows she's not to be taken serious. She knows she don't deserve that shit. So don't be the one to do it, because if you're the one who takes her serious, she's not gonna respect you, because she knows what she's doing. She knows she don't deserve to be taken serious. So when you come along trying to fucking treat the bitch like a princess, she's looking at you like, look at this fucking sucker ass bitch.
Yeah.
Look at him. I got this bitch. Look, he's doing all this for me. I ain't worth shit. I know I'm not worth shit. She knows that. And you're treating her like she's worth something. So then you're showing, by treating a bitch who's not worth shit, by treating her like she's worth something, you're showing her that your value is actually low as fuck. Because for you to treat her like she's worth something when she knows deep down that she's not shit, you're lacking something. So, but that's what it comes down to. She's gonna look at you like, this motherfucker is really a pussy, not doing shit, bitch. For him to treat me like I'm worth something, that means he's a fucking loser then. There's something about him, whether he knows it or not. He might have his shit together, he might have a nice car, nice whip, but if he's taking me serious, deep down there's something in him to where he doesn't have it all the way together or figured out for him to treat me like I'm actually worth anything.
Not only is that facts, bruv, and like, let me make a very clear distinction here. I personally know OF girls, and they're not bad people, okay? They are good people, but they are doing a bad thing. And I talk to them about it, and they talk to me about it, and they're very conscious and very aware of what they're doing is morally wrong, and they know that they do not care. So now that I have put that out there for you pussies that aren't able to have a conversation with a woman about those things because you're too scared to talk about sex with her or whatever is going on in your soft head, you have to understand that when you have these outward and open conversations, it puts you in the frame to understand that from the girl's perspective, she knows damn well she does not at all qualify for a traditional relationship or a normal boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. She's foregoing her future. She knows she's throwing her future in the garbage. She knows she's sacrificing her future. She knows that any chance of her being serious with you was thrown in the dumpster, and she don't want nothing to do with that because she sold her soul. That's really what it comes down to. She sold her soul because here's what happens. like you remember Kevin Samuels? He actually phrased it in this way: these girls think they're hot shit and they think they discovered fire with their sexuality, but as soon as that fire starts to wear out and dull, what do you have left anymore? And when they're finally paying for their own drinks, they have now chosen to die in a grave alone. And like, let me tell you something, man. When you're out here and you're dating somebody, it used to be very easy for someone to be able to mentally see that they're choosing someone to grow old with. We want you to have a life partner. We want you to be 80 years old and die together, or 100 years old and die together with your partner. We want, or like in my case, it's gotta be multiple chicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have like just one granny, but we want both the men and the women to say, I want somebody to grow old with. And these women have thrown that future away, and they'll never get that. You know? Tez, that brings me to a whole other point. You know, they're throwing this future away. They're throwing their life away where they could have this thing with a man, because often they want to be the life of the party. Like, how temporary is that, man? What's up with this girl wanting to be the life of the party bullshit?
Yeah, that's on them, bro. If your girl needs to be the center of the attention all the time, she's a hoe. That's just another thing too. Because think about it. Like that's really, like, I'm not just talking shit. If a girl needs to be the center of attention, that means the attention that you give her isn't enough. She needs more attention from other people. That means other men included, not just women. So if she needs more attention from other men, your attention isn't enough. What the fuck does that mean? She needs to get fucked by more dudes. So if your girl needs attention, if your attention doesn't satisfy your girl, she is a hoe. She should only need your validation. Your validation should be enough. And if it's not enough, then you need to abort the mission and go somewhere, find a new bitch, or demote her, put her down a level. She's not the main one. She's a role player now. She's coming off the bench. She's a star player. She's a six stringer. What is it? She's a six man, sixth girl of the year. Fucking, she's no more. She's not the star player anymore. So if she needs to be the center of attention all the time, that is turn off. That is how you know she is a 3 or 4. She belongs to the fucking goddamn city, to the streets. You hear me?
Bro, I agree with what he's saying on 100 levels. A girl, and bro, you know what's crazy? Recently somebody said that here, and I heard it, and I was about to, what Tez just said, we go off on a whole other episode 4. But like, when I heard this girl say, hi, I'm the life of the party, or I'm often the life of the party, I'm already thinking in my head, I literally thought in my head, I'd smash, but like nothing else. Because the thing about a girl being the life of the party is that she's more likely to have the traits that will not submit. She's more likely to have the traits that say, I am a feminist. She's more likely to have the traits to say, I can do whatever I want to do, and say dumb shit like, well, if a man can do this, why can't I do this? Or, you know, this reminds me of like what that girl was saying the other day, something along the lines of like, I'm really not looking for a guy, and they're trying to like paint a picture of innocence. You know what I mean? They're trying to like say, I'm really not looking for a guy's attention. I'm really not looking for a guy who can take me and make me do what he wants to do. I'm so content with being who I am. I can't really find a guy that can change me, and I'm never gonna change for a guy. Bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need to change and shit. Hey, it's on them.
Yeah, a bunch of bullshit. And yeah, the thing about that mentality is that if a girl is saying those things and thinks in that way because she's trading that to be the life of the party, she is like, she's kind of like past the OF level, and now she's like, look, I'm exchanging I'm extorting my sexual attention for money, but now that I have that money, I am the star. I'm the superstar. I am a singer now. I am famous now. I am a celebrity now. They're always trying to paint themselves in that wave.
1,000%. I mean, that's what it is when they put so much value on something. Their whole identity. That's what it comes. It's sort of wrapped around. So, hey, that's on them. If that's how they want to live their life, then fucking so be it. Kudos to them. Fucking do what you got to do, but fucking you got to deal with the consequence to that fucking life.
The consequences are men. Okay, look, bro. Like when it comes down to it, when I like if the girl just shut her fucking mouth and didn't say these things or didn't do these things, which is better. There's men like me and Tez, right? Like, look, if I wanted to, right here, right now, I can open up. A girl that dates me, she doesn't have to worry about shit. She can have her rent paid for. She can turn into an influencer. She can have access to a studio like this. Me and Tez, we could build out studios like this for our girls if we wanted to, and put them into a future where they're going to be forever sustained as a streamer if they wanted to comply with just a couple things. Just a little tiny bits of the mission. If they did little bits of the mission because they're under submission to the man, we can take girls and lift them up like that. DJ Detox, shout out to you, Detox. He does that shit all the time. I've been able to lift women from nothing to something in a very short amount of time. That is very much a masculine trait, and men are very much designed to take a girl who has nothing and raise her into a queen. Just like that. Lift them up, make them something, right? And when a girl says, I'm the life of the party, like she's saying, I value the attention so much, and I earned all this money, and I've replaced money with a man, and I don't need a man. I am an American superstar celebrity, and I'm such a celebrity. You need to go subscribe to my Instagram, but I'm super humble too, and I'm politically correct all the time, and I'm equal to men. And I can now do it, bro. It's just a fucking shit show. Like that's what life of the party really means. It's all these compounding effects that just keep disqualifying the type of girl that you think that you're looking for because she's pretty. But pretty isn't good enough. Shut the fuck up, make a sandwich, do what I say, and submit and be dutiful. That's good enough. And that was just a normal chick not too long ago. And there's girls like that out there. If you stick with us, we'll teach you how to identify those kind of girls. We'll teach you how to like find them, source them, put yourself in that area. But if you're out here and you're listening to some normal ass bros who are just some dudes from college who are blue pill AF or in the Matrix like how Neo used to be, and they don't have a Morpheus in their life, you are going to end up on the butt end of a girl's night out watching us, wishing you were the fuck somewhere else, smashing.
Facts, no cap. Yeah, no cap, bro. Well, shit, bro, we gave them some fucking value this show, bro. This shit was fucking... We hit the people with some shit. Hopefully there's some takeaways. You learned something, or you open your eyes a little bit to just anything that you didn't see. Or just something to where you'll notice a red flag or know to when to fucking get out of a situation. So yeah, bro, just appreciate you for tuning in, and fucking whoever did tune in, we're gonna keep coming with that fucking value. We out here.
Heat. And you know, I do have one more point, but I could keep it for another episode. Should I?
Knock
it out?
Knock it out.
All right, so get this shit, man. I'm gonna tell you some like real sauce, right? Me and Tez, we really do be running this city. We really do be out there. We be in these streets. We be doing these things. We're reporting to you live on how we're actually dating, and we have more sauce to give you guys, right? So me and Tez, we're chilling, right? And I see a stack of 3 chicks. And like at this moment in time, Tez is like busy chilling, doing something. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go talk to those 3 right there. And of the 3, one of them was really pretty, and that was like the one that I was going over there for, right? And from the distance, her friends were kind of like making themselves like available to me. It was like an inviting scenario, right? It was like, okay, let me just go talk to him. So I went over there and I was cool about it, and I'm like all up in my masculine frame, and I'm talking to these chicks. And one of the girls has to sense that I'm crushing on her, and she's crushing on me, just ever so slightly, a little bit. But my boy, I lost all attraction to the girl because of her being opinionated. Her opinion mattered so much. Her bullshit opinion on like politics and how she used to be from another city and how she wanted to say how she like was from this other place and talk about how things are different there than here was her whole identity, to the point where her opinions about the way that like things are supposed to be and her political outlook and the like principles of life and shit was so overwhelming her a part of her identity that I wasn't able to like stay attracted to her long enough to give her any of the stuff that I was just saying that we can give to a girl if we wanted to. Bro, an opinionated woman is by far a disaster for you to get into any sort of relationship with.
1000%. Yeah, because opinionated woman, that means she fucking thinks her opinion, not only does she think her opinion matters, but fucking a girl who's always talking is a liability. Fucking James Bond, you watch the fucking James Bond movie, fucking, it's always a woman, right? That's what I'll watch a couple of them. He's always fucking going through women to get secrets and shit. So fucking a woman who's always opinionated, she's just a fucking liability. So that's how you fucking get infiltrated, is your girl's always talking and shit and fucking just saying shit, and she's so unaware of the shit that she's saying and how it's coming off and fucking the information that she's giving, because she's so oblivious to how the world actually works. And then next thing you know, you're in a situation because your bitch just wants to talk up a storm and shit. It's just not a good bitch. Like the bitch just needs to be quiet.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think we've given these people a lot of sauce, but bro, when can they see us again, and you know, how could they get a little bit more access to everything that 5 Star has to bring them in terms of value?
Hit that comment, subscribe button, fucking turn on your notifications. That way you know when we go fucking live. You can get the fucking latest, newest update. As soon as we go live, you get that notification. So you just tap in. So turn on that notification for 5 Star Livestream so you can stay in tune with the latest up-to-date episodes, podcasts, live stream, so you know what the fuck is going on and you get this value every fucking episode. Let's get it.
Stay away from the 304s, man. We're trying to give you all the sauce. Be a boss. And we're going to hit you in the next one, man. But thank you guys for staying tuned.